Hello, how's it going? I am Amanda Gold. I am your tattooed ragamuffin of a life coach. I'm an artist. I am in recovery from drugs and alcohol, and it's awesome sober. It's better sober. Not better than anyone, but better than how it was before with the drugs and alcohol. So that's what I mean by that. No greater than, no less than around here. What the hell else did I want to say to you? I'm just happy to be here, and I'm happy you're here. And we are about kicking ass with both feet. I had an amazing friend. His name is Zach, and he used to say that to me when I was lost and stuck in my shit. And he would say, "No one-footed ass kicking allowed. You got to kick ass with both feet." And that really was such an anchor of a saying for me in my life. And I really credit him and it with my survival. Not only him and it, no pressure, bro, if you're out there watching, my friend Zach. But it mattered. And those are the kind of things I think about a lot now that I'm alive and thriving. Those moments with a friend or even with a stranger that just lit up my heart and gave me hope and gave me strength to keep going in the darkest, darkest, darkest of times. And that's why I'm here today, because I believe that I can be that light for someone today, because if I can survive and thrive after what I've been through, then anyone can for sure. And I think I have a lot of tips and tricks and ideas for how to make that fucking happen for yourself. So welcome. You can work with me one-on-one if that's your jam. You can email me about that, amandagoldmakesart@gmail.com. You can set up a free discovery call. We can see if we're a good fit. I can tell you what I'm about, see what you're struggling with, see how I can help. And that doesn't cost you anything to just set that up and see what's going on there. So I'm happy to set up a call like that for you if you're interested. Also, I've decided that I've got some really amazing ideas for courses I want to start teaching, like challenges I want to run, ideas for giveaways and raffles and all sorts of cool shit. And I realize, like, I've tried this a couple times and I feel like I'm not getting the reach that I want. And I don't ever want just followers for followers' sake. Like, I'm not about having a popularity contest. I'm not trying to be like, look at me. Often I'm very like, don't look. And I'm working on that. But I really want to, I have these great ideas that I think will help people and be exciting and be super fun. And I think I just need a few more people out there to lay eyes and ears on the challenges and such to make it worth the effort. Like, it's so heartbreaking to put a thing out there and nobody knows about it. Nobody knows about me. So nobody signs up. And so I really want to just throw like a first mini challenge to you. If you haven't subscribed to this channel, hit subscribe. And if you know someone who would like what I'm putting out here, share it with them and see if we can get them to subscribe, because I think I will launch. I've decided to, let's set a goal to get the subs up to 200. And then I will launch a project. And I promise before that time, I will honor the prize for us hitting 100, which was this art that I'm still working at. And someone needs to fucking hold me accountable. I keep trying to hold myself accountable by telling you, like, I'm still working on it. I promise I'll send it out. But if any of you out there who know me personally want to send me like a loving kick in the ass, I'm with that. You guys have kicked my ass before to get back on these videos, and I'm super grateful for that support and love. So, but yeah, I've got some stuff in the works, and if you haven't subscribed, hit subscribe and share this channel. And let's see, there's so much cool stuff in the works, and I'm really excited to share it with you. We just need more people to participate as well. Not that you're not good enough, you are. It's totally worth it for doing just for exactly the many people that are here now. But I'd love to see if I can help more people as well. Okay, so today is Thursday Thoughts, and last week I told you I decided to have a little structure to it. I'm finding that coming up with some kind of structure or template for my life is really, really helpful. And that can sound rigid, but it's actually not, because within that structure, I can play, I can be spontaneous, I can have freedom. So there's a little freebie tip for you. If you're struggling in some area of your life, see if you can create some kind of structure or template around it. Having said that, I'm going off the structure I've created for today, which is 3 chunks. The first one is sharing something with you that is really lighting me up or got my juices flowing or it's got me super excited. There's always so much, but I can at least share one thing with you that I'm super stoked about this week. the middle chunk, the meat of it, is something that I personally am struggling with or have struggled with and overcome. Although I think that because we are beings that exist in a spiral, there's never any such thing as actually like fully overcoming a thing. I think we can learn from it. I think we can put it to rest. I think we can heal, but I think we often have to revisit certain things. And that's been helpful to learn for me, because a lot of times I'll be facing something and I'm like, hey, I thought I already learned this lesson. And it's like, they're there. You did good work back then too. It's just here in your face again because there's like a new layer to it that you can learn. So, anyways, I'm going to be sharing with you something that I've personally been wrestling with over the last week, and the coaching tools that I use on myself to get over that, or to get through it, or to navigate it, or whatever. And then hopefully that can help you if you're going through something similar. And then the third chunk, the final bit, is exciting news or a win. So I think that's really important to share our victories as well as our struggles. And so I want to model that here. Okay, let's dive right in. And just a heads up, I'm hoping to keep this under 15 minutes. Last one got a little bit long, and this one should be shorter. So something that I'm really into is a book called Get Clients Now. And I would never have guessed that I was a person who was going to geek out over sales and marketing, but I am, and I'll tell you why. Well, a couple reasons. One is because Kathy Heller, who does the podcast Don't Keep Your Day Job, and I am super stoked to say, I think I shared with you, I got a scholarship to her 12-week course called Made for This, and it's fucking awesome. We've had 2 sessions, one of which was earlier today. It's blowing my goddamn mind already. I love it. I'm so jazzed. I'm so full of pep. I'm so full of glitter. She's incredible, and I've been listening to her podcast for years. And she is very good about taking the grossness out of sales and marketing. And this book, Get Clients Now, is also really amazing at that too. I've heard some other successful creatives reference the book, so I got it for myself and I am loving it. It is, I feel like I should show you guys. Hold on. Get Clients Now. By CJ Hayden, who is a lady. I shouldn't presume to know their pronouns or gender preference, but I believe this person is female, which is cool for me because I feel like a lot of this business stuff is sort of, it is dominated by men. And so I always like finding cool women who are doing this kind of stuff, or non-gender specific people who aren't necessarily on the binary. Going against the status quo with stuff. So I'm digging this book. It's full of really super helpful quotes. It's got this nice self-care piece built into it. Like, it's really practical, tactical tools and tips about how to like fill your pipeline, or like it's actual sales and marketing stuff. But it's not yucky, and it has like a built-in rest day, and it's got this great chart. I love a good chart for tracking my habits and streaks and stuff. And then it breaks everything down into super actionable steps that you can do every day to get momentum going and to address problem areas. And I'm just really stoked, and I'm really excited to report back. It's a 28-day program, and I'm like 6 days in. So I'm just super excited to share with you guys where I'm going to be at the end of 28 days, because I love this feeling of motivation. And I love that 6 days later, it's still going. And actually, I was working on the program even a few days before the 6 days, like learning about it and kind of making my plan before I implemented it. And I've been exactly this pumped on it since day one. So I like that it's not just a flash in the pan. Like, I'm just excited because it's the shiny new thing and it's going to lose its shine. Like, I'm dedicated to this. I'm dedicated to you all, and I'm dedicated to figuring out how to make this business sustainable so that I can help you for years to come and help other people for years to come and make money doing it, and take care of myself in the process. And I think that this book is the jam. So once again, Get Clients Now by CJ Hayden. If you are someone so I'm using it for my coaching practice mostly right now, but I've heard artists have used it, and I'm definitely going to run myself through another 28-day program for my art stuff as well. So if you're anyone who is in any kind of profession where you're looking to attract your ideal client, then check out that book for sure. Okay, that is the first chunk. That's what I'm really into this last week. Number 2, my personal struggle and how I'm coaching myself through it. How to choose just one. But I did choose, and let me see if I can read. I wrote it on an index card. Let me see if I can read my tiny writing. Oh, reframing anxiety. So I've practiced this one a lot, and it's super helpful. And you might have heard this idea before, that we don't know the difference between anxiety and excitement. So a lot of times if we're about to do something scary and new and it feels like uncomfortable in our stomachs, for me, anxiety feels like the butterflies in the stomach, or just like it's like it's like a frantic kind of energy. I'm like unsettled and I feel like I need to do this with my hands and I can't sit still and I'm just really nervous. And um, a lot of times we take that to mean like run, flee, this is bad. And we call it stuff like anxiety and we feel like it's a problem and we need to fix it or get rid of it. And what I started practicing is reframing it and be like, ooh, I'm so excited. I've heard people recommend using different mantras or affirmations around it when that feeling comes up. And stuff that I've tried is like, ooh, something awesome is about to happen, or this way to the magic. Because that's what being excited feels like as well. And this has come after a lot of work of like learning how to manage my emotions and managing my mind and feeling my feelings and getting familiar with what stuff feels like in my body. And so that's really helpful because I've learned to discern like, no, this actually can be an exciting new opportunity that I'm feeling. And I'm nervous and anxious because I've never done this before, but I know that I can do it, or I'm excited to try, and I'm excited what might be on the other end of this. And this is very different than like a well-founded dread, right? Like there is some anxiety or fear that can serve us where we're uneasy about something because it's not right for us, or because that person really does have bad intentions and we need to not be around them. I'm not talking about that. I'm talking about, for me, what it came up specifically with was I had signed a new client, hooray, into my one-on-one practice. And it was our first time meeting. And I was just nervous, like all that imposter syndrome comes up. And I really want to do good by this person. I want to do right by them. And so I was just having all these, it was some fear and anxiety about who am I? Like, I'm not good enough. What's going to happen? How will I do it? Da, da, da. And then I just decided to actively practice that reframe of like, how wonderful that I get to work with this new person. How exciting that she chose me. Source put us together for a reason. I'm going to trust that. I'm going to trust that that whatever's going to happen is going to happen. And I know that I'm showing up to do my best. And I'm just so excited to see where this leads. And the other clue, the other thing that I think really helps here is like pay attention to how you feel before this thing, then get through the thing, and then notice how you feel after. Because for me, I've connected this certain type of anxiety and excitement to feeling amazing and empowered and like I am on my fucking path after. Like after I had coached this person, I just felt like, oh my God, thank you. Like this is a brilliant person. I'm so grateful and humbled to get to work with them. And I know that coaching is my jam. Like the way that I feel so lit up and I felt so proud of myself. Like every time I do this, it's pushing myself out of my comfort zone because I'm not an expert. I'm not a master. I'm fairly new in my practice. And but I just knew like how I felt after. I was like, fuck yeah. Like it was a thank you to myself from myself. Like, thank you for risking that. And thank you for putting yourself out there because this is what we're meant to do. So remember that and pay attention to it and really like write it down or soak it up so that next time you feel anxious or scared when you're doing the next big thing, you remember like on the other side of this is just something so radical. It's worth feeling this uncomfortable, weird, anxious kind of feeling because it means I'm on the right path. It means that something big is about to happen. It means I'm expanding. It means I'm stretching. And I remember I had this feeling the first time I did karaoke. I can remember it like it was yesterday because I was petrified. I have hopped freight trains and I don't think I was as scared. That was another really scary, powerful moment. That first time, actually all the times I got on a freight train. But karaoke, it was almost scarier, or at least right up there. And my knees were literally shaking. I didn't think that was real when you read that cheesy cliche, like her knees were knocking, and my knees were fucking trembling. I felt like I was about to fall down, and I was up there and I sang Johnny Cash song, and after that I was hooked. And so I've learned how to link those there's this certain kind of fear and anxiety that means like we're on to something big. And I'm a self-proclaimed karaoke whore and I can do it sober and I love it. I actually haven't done it in a while. I should get out there and do that again. But my point in saying that is that sometimes these things that are so terrifying at first, once we get over that initial fear, they become like second nature to us. They become easier. They become more fun. So give yourself that gift of powering through it, trying it, being kind to yourself while you're going through it, and giving yourself some helpful phrases to work with to kind of reframe it and make it more palatable, whatever that weird feeling is. All right, I hope that made sense. And now on to the final thing, and I'll wrap it up here for you, is exciting news or wins, which I already kind of touched on. And I just wanted to say I have a new coaching client and I'm really excited. And I love this idea that I'm creating my fold, like welcoming people into my fold. I don't think of myself as like going out there trying to get people like, come work with me. Ugh, I need your money. Like, I'm thinking, God, direct me to the people that I can help with my crazy weirdness and my fucked up past and the good that's in my life now. Show me who are my people that can benefit from what I have to give to the world, because I just so strongly believe in us coming alive. Like, that is what the world needs. I can't remember off the top of my head who said that quote, but it's one of my favorite quotes and I need to go look it up. But this idea of like finding what makes you come alive, because that's what the world needs. I'm so fucking passionate about that, you guys. Like, and then incorporating creativity into it and talking about recovery while we're at it. I believe that you, yes, you, even if we've never met, like you out there watching, by sheer virtue of the fact that you're alive and breathing and here to watch this video, you don't even have to be watching this video for this to matter, but this is how you're hearing this message. That you're alive, that you're here on this planet today means that you matter, and it means that you deserve to be happy, and you deserve to be joyful, and you deserve to be at peace, and you deserve to find what makes you come alive, what makes your heart sing, what makes you like feel all tingly. And like, I'll talk about how I feel like I'm about to start levitating, or I feel these tingles up and down my spine when I'm onto something that feels amazing. You deserve to have that. You deserve to go for that, and you deserve to let that be your jam while you're here. I can't tell you how much it breaks my heart to hear people who have been like, oh, I used to do this, but I don't anymore because it didn't pay any money. Or I have to have this job that I hate because I don't know what else to do. This is what I'm about as a coach. This is where I'm trying to like help as many people as possible, even if I just help one person. And that's why last week my win was signing on a new client, because I'm like, yay, here's another person that I can share this message with, which is that you're fucking awesome. And I want to just help you just get rid of all the crap that keeps you from knowing that. And then help you like find what it is that brings you alive, that drives you, that motivates you, that lights your heart on fire. And then I want to help you like validate that and go for it and kick down any fucking doors that you're putting up in your way. So that's my jam. That's what I'm about. Those are my Thursday thoughts. If you want to know more, or if you want to find out about one-on-one coaching, or if you just have any questions or suggestions for future videos, I'm all about that. Go ahead and shoot me an email. I'd love to hear from you. Again, that is amandagoldmakesart@gmail.com. Also, if you're really feeling these videos and you want to support the work and the work that I'm building in the world, I do have a Patreon account, which I'm still creating the like rewards and tiers and stuff, but it's out there, it exists. And if you feel like you'd like to help me out with money, that would be wonderfully appreciated. So I will make sure to post that in the comments. I always pin a comment at the bottom of these videos that has my email address and my Patreon account. And whatever your capacity to help, the fact that you're here watching this is awesome. And thank you. And I will be back Saturday with, it's a new theme. So Saturdays I'm doing, I'll do a talk on I'm going to pick a theme for each month. And then Saturdays I speak to that theme and I do coaching around that theme. May was about rejection. Saturday brings us into June. And I don't know if I've picked a theme yet. So stay tuned. I will be back Saturday to unveil the big reveal of June's theme. And then I'll give you some fucking sweet coaching about said theme. All right. Thanks again. I love you. Have a wonderful day. Bye.